hey, this is KJJ Bujo, and we're going to ignore the sausage fingers and get right on into July. So I decided to go with a popsicle theme for this month because my original theme was going to be those little windmills, and then I realized I cannot draw windmills. So popsicles it is, because really most popsicles are just squares. They're just squares. So I went with that. So I'm just making the big popsicle now, adding the sticks, added a bite mark because it looked cute, and now I'm just writing hello in one stick and then July in the other, just to pull the whole look together. Now I'm just going to add the middle of the popsicle because I just felt like it made it look better. For all the popsicle, I use my two micron pens. One is a 03 and one is a 08. I only use the 08 on the popsicle sticks because I just wanted those to be a little bit more bold. And then my color theme for this month is vaguely purple and vaguely blue, I guess. This one is just a light purple, and then you'll see me fill in the middle of the popsicle in a blue that it kind of looks the same, but it's different enough that I went with it. I generally like to just have one color as my theme just because I like the look of it, or having like maybe 3 markers that are the same color and then like one marker that is similar in color but not quite the same, so like a purple with a blue. This is just my personal preference. And then yeah, you can just see me coloring them in there. I just went over them again just because I wanted them to be a little bit darker, but I liked how that turned out. And now you can see me moving on right into the calendar. This is actually different from what I normally do. I used to go and do my trackers next, but I decided I'm just going to go into calendar. And so I've used the same calendar layout for the entirety of my using a Bujo, or Bujo. So I don't really want to change this, so I think I'm just going to leave it like this. The boxes are 6x6. I have just a little thin header at the top that you'll see me draw next. Yeah, I just like to keep it simple and nice and clean, and I think it works. So here's my finished calendar layout, and then I'm going to draw just 2 little popsicle accents. I decided to keep it really simple this month, and really minimalist, and I actually very, very much like how it turned out. I also decided to go and keep the whole calendar instead of cutting out the days, just because I kind of like the look of it more. I think it looks cleaner. And I don't know. I mean, sometimes I like the look of leaving out the boxes and maybe doing a design, like maybe adding another popsicle I could have done. But I like the look of just keeping the whole calendar and just keeping it all together. Right now I'm just doing little blue circles with another Tombow marker just to highlight the numbers just a little bit more. But I will stop once I reach the last day of the month, and then you will see me get a dark purple, and then I'm just going to put an X into the days that are not included in the month. Then I'll take that same purple and I'm going to put in the numbers of the month, starting with 1 and ending with 31. And then I'm just going to take my micron and write in my days. This month is actually a little bit different, so we'll see how confused I get later when I use this during the month, because normally I like to start my day or my weeks off with Monday, not Sunday, just because in my brain I consider Monday the start of the week, not Sunday, because I work with children and I do not work on the weekends. So I like starting the week off with Monday. And I just decided on a very simple header, so I just wrote July in capital letters and then filling in with cursive on top. I just think it's a really, really clean look, which is the theme for this month apparently. And it's just really easy to do, and because I don't think my handwriting is that good at all, but I think that looks like a really, really good header. So I think it's a really nice place to start because I would consider myself a beginner and nailed it. Now I'm just going in and coloring the popsicles with my colors that I have chosen. So as you can see, I used 3 for the one on the bottom and then 1 for the one on the top. And those are my 4 colors for this month. So anything I do for this month will only be in those 4 colors. Now we're going to move on to my trackers. First, I have my mood tracker. So I decided to make popsicles. Some are sectioned out into 3 sections and then some are sectioned out into 2, just so I could have it even with the number of days, since there are 31 days in a month, not 30 for July. So I tried to make it as organized as best I could that I wouldn't get annoyed looking at it. So my first row, I have they're cut into 3, and then I have a row of 2, and then I go back to 3, 2, and 3. But then, as you can see, I've sectioned them off into 3, 2, 2, 3, and 2. And now I'm just going to go in and add my numbered days. And I don't really like the look of it on the popsicle, but it really makes it easy if you skip a couple days to just go back and look at numbers. Now I'm taking my 4 colors that I'm using this month and just writing in mood in the colors that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to go in with my micron and write a plus and a minus. So the lighter colors will be if I'm having a good day, and if I'm having a really bad day, I'll be using that dark purple. So hopefully that won't be used that often, but we will see. Now onto my habit tracker. I decided to really, really just focus on 4 habits because I have been really bad about keeping my habits. So I really only focused on 4. So I made 4 big popsicles and then I stuck in a mini calendar. I did the 3 on the bottom like that just because it was more centered and I like the look of that. I also find it easier to do a lot of lines in the same direction, which is why you saw me do all the horizontals first and then went in with all the verticals. And I'm just filling in all the numbers now, so that'll make it easier. It's a lot of work. Your hand will hurt. You can see when I finish, I shake off my hand because it hurt. But honestly, I think it is much, much worth it in the end, and it makes it easier, especially if you forget a couple days. So now I'm just going in and writing down the habits that I'm tracking for this month. So I have read, no money because I don't really want to spend that much money, water, and my last one is going to be games. I had to think about which one I actually wanted to do. And that'll just about do it. I'm keeping it really simple this month because I haven't been really keeping up with my bullet journaling. So for now, it's just these pages. I'll see what I want to add later. As I just write in habit tracker. Didn't really like the way habit came out, but I really like the way those R's came out in tracker. So, it's the little things. So here's a flip through for Hello July. It's much, much simpler than I normally do, but I really like it, and we'll see what next month brings. Bye.